morning, and welcome to another live episode of Wealth Building Wednesday, brought to you by TRHT Selma. TRHT stands for Truth, Racial Healing, and Transformation. We are an initiative comprised of two amazing nonprofit organizations based right here in the historic city of Selma, Alabama. That is the Selma Center for Nonviolence, Truth, and Reconciliation, and the Black Belt Community Foundation. So it is always a pleasure every single Wednesday for just 30 minutes to join each and every one of you all at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time to share information, not from me, but from experts in the field of personal finance, life insurance, real estate, all things connected to wealth building. And today is just like any other episode. We are super excited to have with us Ms. Marianne Givens from Hope Credit Union. She is with us to follow up on a conversation that we started a few weeks ago and just want to follow up talking about wealth building from the small business perspective. Y'all, we are in about to wrap up. At the end of March will mark our first quarter focus on small businesses and entrepreneurship. And Ms. Givens is here this morning to talk to us about small business banking. So if you are a small business owner and you have not separated your personal account from your business bank account, this is the show for you. So tell a friend to tune in. Okay. Welcome, Ms. Givens, this morning to us.
Good morning. Thank you. I am honored and glad to be here once again.
Absolutely.
Information.
Yes, you are always just so full of great information, and we are so delighted to have you join us. Y'all, if you are tuning in and watching live, make sure that if you have any questions as we go throughout the conversation, please make sure that you're posting those questions in the comment or in the chat box right below the video. If you are listening live on our media partner, well, not live, but if you're listening to the audio rebroadcasting of the show on our media partner, WBFZ 105.3, we broadcast every Wednesday, 1:30 Central Standard Time on that station. Please make sure you follow up. You can always find these videos on the Facebook and YouTube pages for the Selma Center for Nonviolence and the Black Belt Community Foundation. So good morning, and welcome everyone. Hey, Mr. Keith Jones, Tiffany Smith, good morning, and DK Harris. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Y'all tag and share because Ms. Givens is about to drop some jewels for us. Again, we're talking about small business ownership. And today in particular, we're talking about business banking. And so now the last time we were together, you talked about the ways in which Hope Credit Union has really set itself apart as a banking institution that small business owners can depend on for help. So would you mind just kind of sharing with us some of the programs and opportunities that Hope Credit Union has that are particularly in place for small business owners?
Programs that we have in place for small business owners. When a small business owner come into the credit union to apply for a loan, open up an account, we're not like Burger King, just you can have it your way. You can't just, come in and just want, when I say that, I mean that sometimes you come in and you're thinking you want this and I need this. But after we sit down and talk, we realize, okay, this will be a best fit for you, which means that we actually genuinely care about the welfare of our business owners. And sometimes the things that they're thinking they need is not the best fit for them. So we sit down with them, go through their financials, go through their balance sheets, go over their credit with them, look at the whole holistic approach as a business owner of the needs that they are looking for. And then see how we can what products do we have that is going to best fit them and help them become financially free, financially strong. So we don't just because someone comes in and say, I want this, just do that. We look at the holistic approach as a business owner and see what's the best fit for them. When a business owner come in and want to get a loan from us, we look at, like I stated, financials, balance sheets, and go through that with them. If a business owner doesn't understand what a balance sheet is or financial statement is, we have templates that we can share with them and say, this is what a balance sheet is. And once you start explaining to them, okay, let's talk about your profits that you have coming in, your income that you have coming in. They were like, oh yeah, this is what I get. I get this much money coming in from this vendor. That vendor was like, okay, list that. Well, what are you spending your expenses? List that. When you subtract your expenses from your income, that's your net profit. Hey, that's what a profit and loss statement is. It's simply giving people knowledge and educating them on things that they need to be successful as a business owner. So that's what set us apart is we take the time and genuinely teach each person that comes in and give them the tools that they need to be successful if they do not have them. And if it's something that we can't do, we have partners that we are aligned with that we can refer them to that have been vetted. We have vetted partners that we can send them to that can assist them to get to the things that they need. So that's one thing that sets Hope apart from other organizations is the time that we put into people, because we believe that the more people know, the further they can go. And if we equip ourselves with the knowledge and share that knowledge with business owners, it makes the community strong. And if it makes the community strong, then it's going to make a household strong, and it's going to make a parent strong, and it's going to make a child stronger, which can change the school systems, and it can just change. It's a trickling effect. It can change the entire world. So that's what set us apart.
Absolutely. You know what? Just the name alone says a lot. Hope is something that so many people have a lack of. And just to think that you can walk into a financial institution, a place that some of us may have had negative experiences, but walking into a financial institution that gives us hope. Yes. That's a beautiful thing. And the fact that what you described are warm handoffs, that you have partners. So if Hope Credit Union can't answer your question or provide the service that you actually need, they can assist you with providing warm handoffs to their partner organizations. So that's a beautiful thing, y'all. So if you have not checked out Hope Credit Union, please make sure that you're reaching out to folks like Miss Givens. They have 2 branches in Montgomery, and hopefully Selma will get a branch of Hope Credit Union because the services that you all offer are free, and they definitely are well needed in communities like Selma and across the Black Belt. And you all do such other phenomenal work, right, through your foundation and things like that, with building up the communities that you're in. So now, when it comes to setting up a business bank account, right? So you said that you all are basically a one-stop shop. If you don't have the answer, you can refer folks off to a partner who does. How do we determine what kind of bank account is best for us? What characteristics or things should we consider when we're talking about setting up a business bank account? What are we looking for? Like things like minimum balance, transaction fees, and things like that.
You want to ask those type of questions. You want to see what bank account is going to be best for your business. So the first thing I do is ask them, okay, what type of business do you have? What do you want to do with the business account? Are you wanting to just save? Or you want to be able to have a debit card or a check, so when you can do, swipe with your card to make purchases? What are you looking for with this account? And once I start talking with them, we begin to decide, okay, I'm not going to make that many deposits into my account. I'm not planning on using this account for payroll. So then we can decide which account we have is going to be a best fit for them. We have a business choice checking. Is for someone who's newly getting started, not planning on having a lot of transactions going through their account. So we'll start them off with a business choice checking, which does not have any fees associated with it, nor a minimum balance if you do less than 5 transactions within a month. Now, if you're a business owner and you already have around about $2,500 or $3,000 as income every month that you're going to have sitting in your account, then we put them in a regular business checking account, which they can have up to 100 transactions and not get charged a fee for going over the 5 transactions. You have up to 100 transactions, but with that account you have to keep a minimum balance of $2,500. If you don't, then you get charged I think a fee, $9.95 or either $12.95 a month, a service charge, which is still a minimum fee compared to other organizations. And then if you are a very established business owner and you're going to have over $10,000 in your account a month, then you can have unlimited transactions and not get charged. I think that one is $15 a month. But that's what I do. We sit down and we find out what's going to be the best fit for a business owner. And the majority of the time, the business owners that come in are ones that are just getting started or been in business a long time, just have not separated their business from their personal. So they just want to start out with the business choice, see how they flow with that, and then move over to, once they get their income build up, to the next level. So those are different things that we are able to offer our members.
So now you, in this explanation or the response to this question, mentioned something, and we were talking about this prior to going live. Why is it important for us to separate our business from our personal accounts? Like, is that necessary? And if so, why do we need to do that?
It is very necessary. I tell business owner, how can you tell how profitable you are if you have your personal things going through your business account? Paying different things out of your, well, some have it vice versa. Some people just have their own personal account and they handle all their business stuff out of that. And then you have business owners that do all their personal stuff out of their business account. It needs to be separated so you can see how your true figures for your business. If you are a business owner, you need to have a separate business account with all of your expenses and all of your income going through that account. If you get paid by checks, you need to deposit those checks into your business account, not your personal account. And if you need funds to go over into your personal account to cover your, transaction you got going into your personal account, you should be paying yourself. You should be either through your payrolls. If you have payroll paying your employees, you should be paying yourself so that you will have a tracking mechanism to show your income. And then everything won't be just tied up into your business, because we have business owners that come in and they will have a business account, but we don't see how they pay themselves. We can look through their account, look at their payroll. Okay, do you have pay stubs on your balance sheets, or do we see a draw up under your equity lines, owner's equity? We see on your balance sheet up under owner's equity where it says a draw that indicates that you're taking draws every month and pay yourself. So those are different things that you would need to have and be doing as a business owner, so that when you do come to a financial institution for a loan, or if there are grants out there and different things that are out that you can apply for, you will be ready. You will be ready at all times, and you won't have to be running around trying to get ready, but you will be ready at all times.
That's it. Listen, when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And that's exactly what Hope Credit Union is helping us with today. We have a comment that says, hey, listen, this is great advice on separating, because imagine someone suing your business and going after your personal assets. So that's yet another reason, even in how you establish your business. Are you a sole proprietorship? Are you an LLC? Right? Let's separate that stuff.
Separate. Yeah.
So now we have a question from a viewer who says, what software, or is there a software you would recommend for payroll or bookkeeping?
I've seen people use QuickBooks. I've seen people use, oh God, I just went blank. Hold on. We have software that is compatible to our system. And if you hold on one second, I can tell you what it is.
And I know that QuickBooks is very popular. That's the Intuit. So folks who are used to using like TurboTax, if you use things like that, they talk to each other.
Yes. Yeah. And they're compatible to our software. I know QuickBooks is the majority of the what I see with our business owner when they come down to their payroll using those. And I don't know for sure, but I've heard that they're fairly reasonable also. And that's a question you want to ask a financial institution when you look into, when you're shopping yourself around to find out what's going to be a best fit for your business. What type of software do they have that is compatible to what you have? Because you want them to be able to talk to each other so that it'll be a smooth transition when you're doing your payroll, balancing your profit and loss statements every month, and doing your balance sheets every month. It will be a quick and easy process of doing that if the systems talk to each other.
All right. So now I'm a potential customer. You talked to us about doing research, so I've done my research. I know exactly the kind of account I want to set up at Hope Credit Union, and I am super excited to come sit down and visit with you to set up my account.
Okay.
What do I need to have in hand?
Okay. For a business owner, when you get ready to come and see a financial institution, and all institutions are different, but the basic things that you would need is your EIN letter from the IRS. You would need your document. For the state of Alabama, most organizations are going to ask for your certificate of name registered with the state of Alabama. And I tell people sometimes they don't understand when I say that what that is. I say it's the thing that you pay $25 for online, getting your name registered, and they gave you this little certificate. You'll need that. And then most of the time, everybody's LLC. So you'll need your certificate of formation. If you have bylaws, if you're sole proprietor and you have minutes from your meetings, or a club, you have minutes from your meetings, you can bring those things into the branch to open up an account. But the most important thing is having your EIN letter from the IRS, that name certificate if you're a business owner with a name and it's a sole proprietor, LLC, or either just the LLC or LLP. You would need to have that certificate of name registered with the state, and then your certificate of formation papers. And you will also need to have 2 forms of ID for every guarantor or authorized signer that's going to be on that account. And the first form will need to be a picture ID, which is your driver's license. We like to see social security cards, but if you don't have a social security card, a passport, health insurance card like Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medicaid, we'll take that as a second form of ID. Pistol permit, school badge, work badge, military ID. We would take those things as a second form of ID.
Okay. So now I'm also, for those of you all who are watching live, you'll also see this information come up in the comments, because it's very important that as she's making statements that are super relevant to being prepared, right? We want to make sure that we are allowing folks space to be able to take notes, right? And so sometimes I'm able to type as fast as she's talking. So we want to make sure that as we approach Hope Credit Union, if we are looking to establish a business bank account, that we have our EIN, our certificate of name registration. And for those of us who are in the state of Alabama, that is secured through our state. That is the Secretary of State's office. If you Google Alabama Secretary of State, they have a complete suite of online services that you can take advantage of. If you have if you do your formation of your LLC, that also incorporates the name registration. So the total fee is somewhere around $235, $250. So that incorporates that name registration, and you receive 2 documents. Okay. And then make sure that you have 2 forms of ID for every single person that's going to sign off on that account. So those things are super, super important as we prepare to get our business bank accounts. Y'all, this is important. If you are a business owner, your personal account will never do. You do not understand the assignment, okay? We want to make sure that we have a personal banking account and a business bank account that is suitable for the business that we are in. So now if I have my account set up, what do I expect from my banking institution? What can I expect from Hope Credit Union as a small business owner with a bank account with you?
Well, you would expect to get, once you get your account established, you would expect to receive a debit card with your name and your business name on it. So if you're out making business purchases, you have your own debit card with your business name on there with your account. You expect to get checks. If you need checks, some people prefer not to have checks. Some people prefer to have checks, check orders, which are very reasonable. With your account. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the first set of checks are free that we have. And then after that, you get charged. You're expected to be able to have full service just like any other institution, where you can do remote deposits into your account, online banking. We have a separate biz app just for business owners where you can do different things with your business account, like we talked about payroll and merging the software. So you'll be able to do all of that just as if you were, any other institution. And then you've got the choice where you can pick up the phone and call someone call the branch and actually speak to a live person to
Yes.
assist you with your transactions or whatever it is that you need. We have a call center where you actually talk to a live person, and you have the capability to call the branch and actually talk to a live person to get things done within your account. So you have all of those options with Hope to be able to, when you become a business banker with us.
Now, listen, that last part that you mentioned is probably the most different part, is that you actually talk to a live person, just as Ms. Givens and I are having a conversation now. When you pick up that phone, and I've done it before, when you pick up the phone and dial the Hope Credit Union line, you literally end up talking to a person. There's not a series of press 0, press 1, press 4, press 3,
Yes.
talk to a person who answers your question.
Yes.
And that's really, really important. So, what do you all expect from your business customers? So, if I've set up my account, I know that you all, I'm using mobile banking. Like, what do you expect? Do I need to, how can I better my relationship? I'll say it that way, with Hope Credit Union as a business bank account holder.
I say the way you maximize your account with us and relationship with us is to think of us whenever you need something, as far as a loan, no matter how big or small it is. Think of Hope first. If you have questions in regard to other loan products or things that you're thinking, consider, call your business banker and be able to have that conversation. It's good to have a business banker or a banker, period, that you can, discuss options and things with. Because if you have a good business banker, as stated before, you can be able to call that person and discuss the items that you're wanting to do. And even if something that Hope is unable to assist you with, we have partners, and we can be able to direct you to different opportunities. So that's things that we're looking at, building that relationship, that direct relationship and long lasting relationship with our business owners, so that we'll be able to assist them with their needs. And then they can tell their families and their friends and other business owners, this is where I bank in, this is the type of service I get. And then, encourage them to come on. So those are things that we, look at, building that long lasting relationship with our business partners.
So how do I, because this I think is a quite lively conversation, and we have lots of folks tuned in. So tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're a small business owner, this video doesn't go away. Make sure that you all are tapping into this. You can share it via social media. You can pick that link up and you can post it on your own website. You can pick the link up and share it in email form. So y'all, this is great information. How do I get to Hope Credit Union? What number do I dial? What location do I visit if I want to learn more about establishing a business bank account with you?
We have 2 locations in Montgomery, Alabama. We have one at 400 Arbor, ARBA Street, in Montgomery. That's right off of the interstate. And the manager there, her name is Miss Anita Stevenson, and her assistant manager is Miss Erica Sanders. And their number is 334-834-7483. That's Anita Stevenson and Erica Sanders. The number again is 334-834-7483. And then you can reach me and my staff at 334-604-4110. And our location is located across from the old Montgomery Mall. We're on McGee Road. If you're familiar with, I always say the landmark here is the old Montgomery Mall, because everybody knows the old Montgomery Mall. And if you remember where Pier 1 used to be at on McGee Road, we're right next to that building, which is now the probate office, up on the hill. So you can reach, and my name again is Marianne Givens, and my assistant manager is Treasurer Smith. And once again, our number, you can reach us at 334-604-4110. And we're located at 3421 McGee Road.
All right. Well, you heard it here. If you are looking to reach out to Hope Credit Union, and you're in the Montgomery area, they have two locations, one on McGee Road, the other on Arba, and the numbers are listed. Ms. Givens has given you both of the numbers, and so we're looking forward in helping folks listen to make sure that you are taking advantage of all of the great opportunities, free opportunities, right? They are not charging you hundreds or thousands of dollars to help give you basic start your business information. This is absolutely free information that is available to you at the dial. Look, on the other side of the dial tone. All it takes is for you to have enough courage to dial those digits and make the phone call. So now, are there any particular businesses or industries that may give a banking institution pause before approving accounts?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Not that I can think of. I know I did get a call last week from a young lady that was going to another financial institution to open up an account, and they wouldn't open up an account to her because of the fact that she hadn't been in business for over 2 years. Wow. She hadn't been in business for over 2 years, and they refused to open up an account. That was their stipulation. You had to be in business for 2 years in order to open up an account with them. So I always encourage people, when you call, do your due diligence with the organization to see what they offer. Some institutions you will have to have an account with them for over a year before you can apply for a loan. They'd like to see how you handle your funds. And those are stipulations that we do not have. You do not have to be a member of Hope to apply for a loan. Okay. I'll repeat that again. You do not have to be a member of Hope to apply for a loan. Matter of fact, we have a loan product right now, promotion for small business minority owners that were affected by COVID, and majority of everybody was affected by COVID, but you can get up to $10,000 for our Power of Hope business loan, up to $10,000 with a fixed interest rate of 3%, no matter what the credit score is, with no payment for the first 3 months and no interest for the first 6 months. So that's an opportunity for business owners. And those are things that set Hope apart from other people, the things that we do and we're able to do to assist people in the market.
Absolutely.
So if someone's looking for a business loan that's been affected by COVID, that's the opportunity that you can look at. You can get up to $10,000. Some people don't need $10,000, but you can get up to $10,000 with a fixed interest rate of 3%. Credit score is it doesn't make a difference what your credit score is. I just closed a loan with someone with a credit score of 522.
Wow.
And he got $10,000 for his business.
Okay.
So that's what set us apart.
Listen, I'm telling you, the name says it all. Hope being the first part, like Hope Credit Union, not any credit union, but Hope Credit Union. And you all are demonstrating that you truly do care and you want to infuse hope into the community. So now, what about problematic transactions? Are there any types of transactions that small business owners may want to avoid as we are conducting ourselves as small business owners with business bank accounts that are separated from our personal accounts? Are there transactions we should avoid?
I would say, when someone comes in and they're talking to me about their business account and things they want to do with it, and they're working with other vendors, just being careful with other vendors when you get ready to do wires. We have some business owners that come in that want to do wires and wire money out. Because some of the business owners and vendors that they work with, sometimes if you don't do your due diligence, they can be fraudulent. And once that money is gone, it's sometimes hard to get back. So things like that, just making sure as a business owner and you're giving out your financial information to different vendors for payments or deposits, that is a person or a vendor that you have vetted, that's not going to take advantage of your account, because we have scammers out there that don't necessarily take advantage of just personal accounts, but they hack business accounts also. So that's something that we've seen an uptick in just making sure that people are aware, even as business owners, to vet their vendors and people who they give their account information out to, because there are scammers out there.
And so, and we're about to wrap up because this has been 30 well spent minutes. Man, such powerful information. Wanted to just quickly ask, and you kind of talked about this just now in your response to the last question, but how safe is it for business owners to use apps like PayPal and Cash App, or even institutions or products like Brex to monitor their business income or to receive income?
Um, PayPal, things like that, I haven't seen an issue with
Okay.
regard, myself.
Okay.
But it goes back to once again just saying that vetting those companies that you're wanting to do business with. Read reviews, read reviews, read reviews, read reviews, to make sure those companies that you're setting up accounts with or doing things with are good companies that if something goes wrong or something's not right, that they are quick to fix those issues and not drag things out. So I would say, that just vetting those companies, doing your own due diligence because you want to make sure that your finances are secure. Even with
Yes.
selecting vendors, look out for yourself and your own livelihood when selecting vendors and people that you're working with. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. Well, what I literally heard you say is do your research throughout this entire conversation. I heard you encourage small business owners to do your research. Know what business product that you want. When you come into the banking institution, when you come into Hope Credit Union, know what it is that you're looking for, and that way, when we have a seat, at the table, now we can have a discussion like these are the things, these are my business goals, like these are the types of transactions that I think I'm planning for. What type of product do you have that can accommodate that, right? And let's
Mhm.
not be afraid, let's equip ourselves with the language, right? Google it. If you don't know what a term means, Google it. There is literally an answer to every question that anyone could possibly pose. So, Miss Givens, it has honestly, and it always is, a pleasure to have conversations with you. Um, you and there's several other folks who just really, and Black women, I'll say, that have really stepped up. You are a staple to Wealth Building Wednesday. You are always sharing great information with us. And it is really my hope and prayer that someone who is listening or watching will take advantage of all of the great opportunities that you all have available at Hope Credit Union, and that Selma will have enough of a presence, listen, that we'll get our very own branch, perhaps
Yeah.
even on Washington Street, because I know if folks are brand new, they may not notice the new background, but we have a new background to this episode, which is Washington Street, right here in the historic city of Selma, Alabama. Y'all, Washington Street used to be a mecca for Black business across the Black Belt. Right. So we want to encourage people, especially people of color, to get engaged in building wealth. That is so important. The wealth gap continues to grow in this country. We are in a desperate time right now with the world affairs, with Ukraine and all of the things that are happening. And so the rich keep getting richer because they're the ones who are investing in the companies that build weaponry and things like that. Okay, but we can do what we can. We're right where we are, right? Ms. Givens told us about credit scores not even mattering when it comes to the COVID loans that they have available for small business owners. Allow Hope Credit Union to help get you set up for a productive and prosperous business future. So,
Mhm.
Ms. Givens, again, thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome. Welcome.
so much. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for tuning in to Wealth Building Wednesday. Again, we broadcast every single Wednesday live on Facebook and YouTube at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we also rebroadcast the audio of every single episode at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on our media partner, WBFZ. 105.3. Wealth Building Wednesday is brought to you by TRHT Selma, Truth, Racial Healing, and Transformation. And I don't know what else can transform a community than making sure that people have wealth. Money is simply a tool. We shouldn't love it, but we should definitely know how to use it well. So until next Wednesday, I want you to get out there and start building that wealth.